This video demonstrates the beginning of foundational obedience. The following commands are trained into the dog: down, sit, come, heel, and place. Here we see leash pressure being applied in between the place boards immediately after the command. The leash pressure is delivered until the dog gets into the board, and then the leash pressure is removed. Immediately following the removal of the leash pressure, the dog is rewarded with praise and with food. Over repetition, the dog learns that leash pressure will be on until in the place board. Eventually, this leash pressure will be married with electronic stimulation on an electronic collar. Also, while in the place boards, commands such as down and sit may be used in order to teach the dog change of position. Here Sage is struggling with understanding the leash pressure into the down position. Through repetition and through consistency, the dog will learn that the only way to remove the leash pressure is to remain in the down position. Again, electronic stimulation will eventually be married with this leash pressure, so the dog learns stim on equals change of position. The purpose of leaving the dog in the place board until released is to build stability. The next exercise is to teach the finish position. The finish is essentially the heel position. Here the dog's right hip is lined up with the handler's left knee. The dog is commanded to come, then heel, then sit. Again, through repetition, the dog will learn that when called to a come position, he will immediately swing to a heel and sit and focus on the handler. The same principle applies with marrying the electronic stimulation to the leash pressure. Here the dog is called, leash pressure is on and removed once the dog gets into the desired position.
Good boy. Yes, good dog. Atta boy, Sage. Good dog. Good boy. Come, heel, sit. Yes. Heel. Yes. Good boy. Come, heel, sit. Good. Good. Heel. Sit. Yes. Good dog, Sage. Atta boy. Place. Good. Place. Good. Down. Yes. Oh, good dog. Atta boy. Good boy.
Another important component of the training is to familiarize the dog with all sorts of touches and feels. We don't want the dog to think that immediately after having a leash put on them that there will be a correction or some undesired consequence. Therefore, we touch the dog, touch their collar, apply leash pressure, and at the same time deliver a food reward so as to neutralize any negative connotation to those actions. Here I'm working on stability in the dog's positioning in the place boards and also developing an association between place board and food. There will be periods of time throughout the video where you will see the dog go into a place board and then leave without being commanded to do so. Immediately after doing this, I apply leash pressure to teach the dog to go directly back to the place board to both relieve the leash pressure and to receive a reward. Here Sage left the place box. Leash pressure is applied, dog goes to the place box, the leash pressure is removed, and the reward is delivered. Again, bear in mind that the leash pressure will eventually be married to the electronic stimulation, and it will only be required to activate the electronics to get the dog to go back to that position. The same is true with the down position or sit or any other change of position. Here Sage was commanded to go into a down and left the position without commanded to do so.
Yes.
I apply leash pressure and then eventually have to recommand in order to get him to go back in that position.
Yes.
He is learning that the only way to receive his reward is to go back in the position in which he was commanded.
Yes. Good dog. Please. Good. Place. Good. Place. Good. Good. Place. Good. Down. Good.
Also note that in this short clip, when Sage is in the down position, I will deliver multiple food rewards to reinforce this position.
Yes. Attaboy.
Thanks for watching the video.
Good dog.
We'll be adding additional pressures in the days to come, and we will be updating his progress soon. Thank you.